Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today I'm going to turn this into a gun cabinet. This was on Craigslist for free, and I went and got it, and it is god-awful heavy. I don't know how I'm going to get it in the house, but it's a big one. I had to reinforce the frame, or the bottom, with 2x4s, so I put a track around the whole bottom of the thing to strengthen it up. But the rest of it's pretty solid. So what I'm going to do right now is, this is pretty much the original. This had glass doors right here, but you got your snaps right there, magnet strap or snaps. And this was a shelf. This is where the TV went, and had these, but I'm not going to be using these. Those will be used for something else sometime down the road. So we're going to take these off. There was a trim that went across the front of this. Now what I'm going to do, I've already measured my gun to this area, and my gun will fit in here perfect. And this shelf is right where your little holders, where your barrel goes into, can work. So I'll bring you over here and show you what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is, I've already drawn a line here 9 inches from the back. That gives me 3 inches from this to the line. And then this is where I'll cut my little round spots wherever I put my gun. You know, I don't need it very deep, just big enough to put the barrel in. And then I'll put my felt, my green felt around it. And I'm having a hard time deciding how I want to do this, but I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get me something big and round to put here, and make it go round over to here, and then come around here and do something like that right there. I think that would work pretty nice. I want to try to utilize this as a shelf too. I might just cut from here. I gotta cut from over here. I can't cut right here in the corner, because my jigsaw can't get in the corner, because you got about that far before you hit the blade. So I'm going to have to cut it over here, and then once I'm done, I'll just round that off or something, make it look better. So we might just go straight across and then do a round part right here, and just leave that and make it a shelf for, you know, whatever, like maybe pellets or cleaning material or whatever. So I might just do that. I might just start and just make a square right there, and then make this corner round, do the same thing on that side, and take this piece out. And I'm going to leave that because there's a light behind there, so I can actually light my gun cabinet up. So I mean, it's got its issues. It's got a spot there where it's been hit from the back, which ain't no big deal. I ain't worried about it. I think it'll look really good. And then down here on the bottom, I'll have to make a piece to go across, which I might make it out of this, I don't know, that has the butt where you put the butt plate down in it. So I have to do those in a matching contour to these round pieces here, so it has to be straight up and down from them. So we're going to cut this out and mark it and stuff, and then we'll be back. So now we got to figure out, now that I've got it cut out, where we're going to put our guns. So now we got to figure out how many we can get in here. So let me go get my other gun, and we'll try it. We should be able to do this with 2 guns. Alright. So now we've got to figure out how far apart that we're going to put these. And go from there. So, let's see, we're going to put one right there. And we're going to put one right there. Now I'll get my pencil and make that mark. Alright. Now we're going to make these even. So I'm just going to measure the same, which is 3 inches. Alright. Alright, now we want to figure out how far apart we want these. Alright. Now that should be good to get me started. So now I'm just going to measure from center to center, and that's what I'm going to do. Alright, now we've got them at 3.5 inches apart, starting from the edge. So we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guns in this. So that's a good size gun cabinet. Then we've got shelves over here we can use. And this here lights up, so we can hang stuff like pistols or something like that on each side. Who knows, whatever we can get to work. I do have to put a back on it, and that's no problem. I have the stuff to do that with. It's getting ready to rain on me, but I got to get this up here by myself with no help because I've got neighbors that don't like each other. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get this at least up on the porch so I can put it on a dolly and take it in the house. And I shouldn't be doing this, but I have no choice. If I want a nice gun cabinet, this is what I'm going to have to do. If I can get it upside down and put it right here, it's a good possibility that I can just take and tilt it over onto the steps and then tilt it up and then fold it up, and then when I get it all the way up, it'll be on its bottom. Then I can just kind of tilt it and put some wheels underneath of it and just roll it into the house, I hope. I may put wheels on this. Once I get it up there, I'll drill the holes before I do that. Put some wheels up there, at least just temporary, to get it into the house. It's a little heavy for these wheels, which is office chair wheels. So I'll probably take them off once I get them in location. And then if I ever move it again, I can just tilt it, put the wheels on it, and move it. But I got to match these lines here straight down there. So I got to get a square and square this off to get my marks down there. And then I'm going to have to route out the butt plate where each one of those go. We want our gun to lean back a little bit so that it kind of leans into the hole that we're going to put here. I'm just going to take felt and go all the way around this edge, green felt, and line that. And then once I've routed out all these here holes for the butt plates to go in, then I'll line them with the green felt also. It'll look pretty nice. Then I got to figure out how to do a door. I don't know what kind of door I would put in here. It's a shame I couldn't have used the other doors, but there's no track from here up now because I had to cut this out. So I guess next thing is to go ahead and cut these out. Or first I want to mark where I'm going to put my butt plates before I cut these marks out. That way I can use my square. Anyway, I'm going to do that. I'm going to mark them off the camera, and then I'll show you some routing when I'm done. Alright guys, here's my contraption for making that square. So I'll make sure that the lines down here are exactly in the same spot as up here. So I've made this so that it will clamp the ruler to, or yardstick to the square. That way I can put my square on there, put it on its line, and mark my mark. And then I can come over here and do the same thing with this one. And make my mark. And then we're going to double check it. Three and a half. Alright. Alright, now we got our marks. Now we need to make a plate to mark them, but we need to figure out where we want them. So now we get our gun again. I think that'll work. So it's going to be way out here. Yeah, man. What's happening? Hey.
What's going on?
Building a gun cabinet.
Doing what?
Building a gun cabinet.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright guys, now what I've done is I've made a square right there, here, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guns. Alright, now I gotta go and get me a cardboard piece and draw the butt plate so I can put it in here and just make these all the same. Once I've done that, then I'll take the router and route those out. So next thing we do is cut our pattern, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So now what we're going to do is take this piece of cardboard and we're going to set that. First of all, we're going to cut our square, same size as that. Alright, then we're going to take the butt plate and we're going to set it on there just like so, and we're just going to mark that by putting that pencil up against the gun stock. That way you have a good distance between it. Might have to do some freehanding. That's alright. You guys hear that guy over there with that saw? He has been running that saw non-stop for 2 days now, and he's got a dull blade. And I mean, he's pushing that saw into that wood. I'm surprised he ain't got flames coming out of his saw by now. He's the one who likes Hillary Clinton. Alright, so now, so I can make that a little darker, I'm going to go get my marker. Alright, so now, we're just going to center that in the center, and we're going to draw a mark. And the reason I'm using this marker is because I can see it better, and I'll route that out. Although I don't like that. Alright, we got 10. Now I gotta go get my router, and we'll be back.